All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Spice and Wolf, episode 23. There's E. coli in the wheat.
No!
Oh, no!
No!
Good old corporate sabotage. Let's go.
Yeah.
How do we make it so that this agreement, can get torn up? Well,
What if somebody
died?
Well, yes, we do have plenty of those that could have
but
the
no-
death thing happen to them.
No one important. Feed it to some orphan on the street. Yes, sure, of course. Think
Not
of the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the children.
Right.
Well, we might as well go murder that entire town. Or threaten them with murder. We don't actually do that.
That's right.
And then they will
Pay taxes.
Yes, pay taxes again, yes.
Oh my god. I love it. Like this is great. I love that the conflict here really doesn't have anything right now to do with Hollow and Lawrence.
No.
Right? But like this is an active situation, right? Like
It sounds like something where you need a very occultic god to step in and go rawr, and then everyone be like, "Oh, they're protected." We don't want to.
Exactly.
We don't want to. Cause problems with them.
that, or it, then makes the church be like, all right, we can't get taxes. Well, then we better Deus Volt them,
and just kill them all.
Right. Yeah. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go.
I'm curious to see what you would cook up with this here, because it seems like the kind of thing where you kind of just want to give them a slightly better deal so that they're like, okay, fine. But then you do lose the whole situation that this town is in, and that's not good for them. But I mean, they have been getting a little bit of an easy,
They've been living the good life.
For quite a bit.
No taxes.
Oh, yeah.
I have some friends in Texas that fantasize about that.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. All right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Redelius is hellfire, then.
A blight? For what?
Wheat infested with disease.
As to the wheat, Anberg plans to return it all soon.
But if they're returning it, that means...
Yes, we have to reimburse them in full.
Damn.
What do we do?
We had ourselves a bumper harvest this year. And since then, I've been able to stock better food and drink at my place. Things you've all been squandering your money on.
Oh.
There's no way to tell how much of the crop bears the blight, which means that
Right.
the stalk of it can be eaten. It all has to be thrown away.
We haven't any.
Fuck.
Our stores are empty.
The outsiders must have tainted our harvest.
Ah!
Cursed wheat into ours. That's right. You went to the watermill to grind it down, didn't you? They mean to ruin us, and they've likely...
Bro, we just got here.
Why would we have not left then?
They may use this as an excuse to revert our relationship back to the way it was.
What do you...
Yeah, that's exactly what it's for.
Supposed to be protected. Didn't Father Franz set it up that way? Shutting herself up in the church and never once helping in the fields. It was Lord Truio that blessed the harvest, not their worthless god. A party church girl like her is
Enough.
These guys are so, spineless.
Museum, would you kindly stay with her tonight, lest these fools go attacking the church?
I'd be glad to.
To ensure your safety and to prevent further suspicion falling on you, I think it best you stay with me.
Cool.
Okay.
This is too convenient to be mere coincidence. The more
Yeah.
I think about it, the more I'm convinced Enberg is making a play. They needed some new development to muddy the waters of their conflict. And then fortuitously we rolled into town. Doubtless they'll hit the village with a ultimatum. Oh, that's right. If I rode on your back again, we could flee to another town faster than by horse.
Of course we could. Perhaps the individuals behind this will decide we are far more trouble than we are worth.
Yes, but we'll be left to take the blame once they give up on us.
So we have to bake an amazing bread feast and eat all the bread and prove that it was not poisoned.
Oh, nice.
An acquaintance of mine in Kumersim referred Diandron's abbot to me regarding some research.
So the reason you came to Cherio has zero relation to Enberg?
The feud with Enberg has absolutely nothing to do with us. I didn't even know about it until I came here. I was just trying to learn about the abbey. Instead, I stumbled into this mess.
The only reason I didn't tie you up is because when you first came to greet me, you brought a gift of wheat.
Yeah.
I have no choice. We should start with our culprit. Clearly, this is all part of Enberg's plan. So in lieu of money, they can demand you give them credit towards the wheat you harvest next year.
Ooh.
Because then we can negotiate the price of next year's wheat.
Yep.
For that now, cheaply.
Dang. Whoa.
Okay.
And the red, forced to make up the difference with the following year's wheat harvest.
And they'll hold you forever.
Will repeat
Yep.
further.
Wow.
Ultimately, you'll be hamstrung.
All right.
To bend.
They won't even have to change the tax.
Nope.
Is there any chance the infected wheat could have made it into your harvest by some natural means?
That
Yes,
cursed
let's
strain
get it.
is black as pitch and just as sticky. Even the children could recognize it. I ought to be ashamed. I thought the village would be secure so long as we could sell our wheat. So I turned a blind eye to the dangers awaiting us.
Okay.
All this happening at night. Yeah, everybody's tired. Everybody's scared.
Yep. But you got to move quick.
Knowing what you do, how do you think this is all going to play out?
You're asking for my opinion?
Few people here can see what Imberg is doing. They're
Sure.
sheltered, unlike yourself and Miss Ema. We flee. Leave while we can.
That course presents risks of its own. Even on horseback, there's no guarantee you'd escape.
Yes, but we can travel much faster than that. First is we still need information. We haven't read all the books yet.
Are you confident that you could safely abscond with Evan?
I didn't just mean him. You too.
Whoa.
Well, I can certainly help address
Whoa.
the first of your impediments.
Eh.
Honestly, Evan, there's a book concealed under the altar. Go fetch it.
It's within my power to help you, then I'd be more than happy to do so.
I feel like that phrase lends you more wiggle room than it implies.
Merchants are cautious by nature.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
Lawrence, if in seething anger I tear this book asunder, would you apologize on my behalf?
I'll apologize if you
Yeah.
don't, but these old pages aren't worth your tears.
I would like to read alone if you do not mind.
Just tell me what you
No, that's good. We get
Yeah.
kind of.
No matter what happens, I'll be right here by your side. You have nothing to worry about, I promise.
Aw.
I want them to be okay.
Yeah.
I often heard from Father that struggle was common for villages like ours. How the onset of winter was a dreaded thing. How decent folk would toil away in the cold, hoping they would still have their land come the spring. Please forgive me, indulging in self-piteous thoughts like this. Father Franz would never do such...
Whoa.
Nope.
She's been awake maybe too long or
Yeah.
something.
Awake too long, too much stress.
It's true, we could escape. And somewhat selfishly, I'd quite like to take the two of you with us.
How is liberating us selfish? Saving us from this sad existence? If it wasn't for the village head or Miss Ema, they'd have starved to death long ago.
The outside world can be a cruel and senseless place, but it might be easier than living here. Take them and leave this place.
It's
Wow.
settled then. I'll go convince Elsa.
Okay.
Are you done with your socializing?
For the most part.
I was able to finish my research while you were gone.
You were. The gods of the land all fled in terror from the great beast. And in the time it took an acorn to fall from the tree, Yoitsu had been rent apart by the bear's claws.
Whoa.
Damn.
That would not by any chance be a vexatious gaze burning into the square of my back. Would it now, Lawrence?
No,
Well, what should we do now? If you wish us to leave, we should do it quickly.
then let's be on our way. But the commodity we're leaving with, that has greater value than any spice.
Oh?
We have trust.
If value is commensurate to abundance, then you would be set for life.
Do you know how paranoid I'm becoming about your opinion because of all
Yeah.
this teasing you put?
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah.
It was I who pushed to come here.
Then I guess I'll just have to do away with your food and drink budget to make up for it.
You're speaking your mind shockingly more freely as of late.
Well, you said, trust is there.
Move away from the door. You should go hide.
But
Perhaps if I were to go and talk to them...
Don't be so stupid. They know you're close with Evan, and that's enough to implicate you. They're liable to brand you a heretic and hand you over to Inberg just to earn their favor. Moving forward is always scary, but you owe it to yourselves to strive for something better alongside someone who cares for you.
Yeah.
I promise, whichever way the road
Aw.
ends, you'll know what path to take.
eloquently put.
I'm ready to go.
Just like that.
Yeah. Just
Wow.
like that.
I will take you from this place if you wish, but there is one thing I must ask.
Ah!
Whatever you witness this night is but a dream before the dawn. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Though you are are forced to so unceremoniously escape it, be glad your hometown still exists.
Miss Fairy, you lost your home too?
Similarity of circumstance is the only comparison I will stomach. This form is the only human visage I can take.
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
As it happens, I prefer a woman with a more ample figure to flaunt.
She's like, ow.
Cool.
And we are scot-free.
All right,
Dang.
just like that.
All right,
Okay.
we're dipping from this town.
Yeah,
we're
just
heading out.
Peace.
We're
gone.
out.
I love it, like, because this really is a bad situation. You know, these aren't people that you would be able to reason with because it's not just individuals, right? It's a mob. And so...
Right, and it's not just a mob, it's someone that even as their leader and stuff is trying to leverage you guys as a potential resource in their upcoming confrontation with Comparison. So there's no reason for you to put yourself at their mercy
Nope.
at this point here.
Yeah.
It's just bad all the way around.
Right.
Now, the unfortunate thing is that they did bring up the point that, aren't you guys going to get taken, or are you guys going to take the blame? And they're going to basically say, it was those people.
Right, and
that
they
left
know
and
you're
fled.
with the, Rowan Merchant Association, so, like,
I
it
feel
can't
like
actually tie back to you, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, this is a really bad like decision too. It feels like Lawrence, like you're
this feels like the kind of thing where it's like, okay, and
he's
then
doing the heroic thing to save the two of them.
Yeah, the two of them. But it feels almost like it'd be the, okay, we get them out of here, and then while we're gone, or we see that they actually did have a plan to how to deal with the situation here, something like that.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so it's okay.
We have them leave. They leave. Why would they come back?
Right, and because the other thing that I'm like thinking about is what's the way in which this resolves, where like Lawrence being like a criminal on the run. That's something that you can't exactly just leave out, right? Of like future arcs and stuff, right? So, this arc was removed from the original series. But how in the hell would you do that when it's something
I think
like
it's
this?
because it's so cut and dry and probably has a little bit of a weird ending to it.
Sure.
Given that the next episode is called Path of the Snake God.
Right,
An answer of the Wise Wolf. Okay, we might have a connection made there. And there's also the possibility that this doesn't end well for the town at all. So it's not, there's nobody to blame. It's just well, lovely.
Right. The town tries to pass it off as, oh, it was those people that did it. But, the Emberg people, they're like, no, we actually want your shit. So we're not going to accept that, basically.
Right.
But.
Yeah. But all in all, just some great banter from Holo and Lawrence.
Yep.
And that's about it. Honestly, this episode didn't really give us that much because it was literally like Elsa and Evan kind of coming to the realization of what they're going to have to do here.
Right. And then a lot of like kind of talking with other characters of like people freaking out and it being like, hey, don't freak out. Hey, they do have a point, like, and because we're dipping, it doesn't necessarily have any impact on any of the future stuff. It just helps to feed into why they decide to leave. Right.
And I respect the sacrifice, basically, that they're deciding to potentially risk Lawrence's reputation on the aspect of saving these people.
And at the very
least,
he
saves themselves too. I mean, any immediate danger.
But he does entirely give up the wheat that he came here to sell, which, okay, maybe that helps them solve the food problem in the town, but he did have that pouch of money, right? So it's like, okay, like he's not going to be ruined from this.
No,
right?
He's not ruined from this, but it's another bad investment, basically.
Yeah.
The best thing that he got from it was the connection more with Holo. That,
hey,
we ended up learning that Yoitsu is destroyed.
Right.
The bear destroyed it.
Yep. And that didn't, like, I love that they didn't even bring up the question of, wait, so what does this mean as far as us traveling? No.
Well, that's a future conversation.
Right. Yeah, that's a future conversation, not helpful to have here. But also, we've been through the fears that, occupy that topic, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to be okay. We know that, we've dealt with that. And so the fact that we're dealing with it in a very real way here, that's all right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But wow.
Okay.
Just run the whole thing with the head townsman Sem
Yeah.
being just all to kind of give them the appearance of like, yep, we're fine, we'll lend you our merchant's aid and wisdom. No, we're dipping, we're getting out of here.
Right.
Like, no, none of that.
Why would we ever stay here?
Yeah, we're gonna ride her back, and that's just going to be a dream that y'all will forget about tomorrow.
Right. Like the idea.
Saw nothing.
The idea also that as soon as they're in private, he's like, "Oh no, totally. I was thinking I'd want to tie you up as well, but you know, I want to fix the problem first and foremost." It's like, okay, that's good to know, but also, okay, like the even just the timing thing of it, right? Of like,
Sure.
someone died, and then a person came here from the other town to tell you about the person that died over there as a result of your wheat. They've been here like a day and a half or something. Like that wouldn't be enough to actually like, all right, we sabotage their wheat. The wheat gets shipped out, baked into something. Someone eat it, they die, and then the report comes back to here. Like
it feels a little conveniently quick.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing where I don't really put too much into the thought of the timing of things in this show.
Although
there's a lot of things that I just kind of expect Lawrence and everybody to kind of work through it and stuff.
Sure.
So if anything, this arc just feels a little weird in that they're like, oh no, Lawrence can't really do anything here. So I'm
Right.
like, oh, that's realistic, but then also like,
but then what story are we telling?
what story are we telling?
Yeah.
Cool. We got Holo the info. That's good.
We got a reason for why the whole, mill or the flour shop or whatever, the bakery in the other town was relevant to show, because that was them basically clocking, oh, okay, people are going over there. All right, cool. And now we'll do the plan,
Yeah.
But
I don't feel like I have much to say about this episode. It was really uneventful, and the decision to kind of end it this way is kind of anticlimactic. There's not
Right.
really much to follow up for as to what will end up happening in the next episode, because it's they leave. And
Right.
then the title of the episode for the next one is almost like there's going to be this incredible,
like crazy shit that goes down.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I don't see any foreshadowing for this
right.
to happen specifically as to when they're leaving. So
And even the thing that we left off at from the previous episode of like, oh shit, are these people coming to rough us up? And it's like, hey, I'm from the association. They know I'm here, yada yada. And then it's like, no, we're not here to hurt you. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But then we go into no, actually they want to hurt you now, right? So it's like, it felt like there was a little like looping, that happened there.
A little awkward.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.